Commander, we managed to defeat Baramzadah's host. The remnants of his army have retreated to lick their wounds, and we must use this opportunity to go on the offensive. But right now, our army is not fully prepared to begin such an expansion. The farther we advance into the enemy territory, the more we'll need strong and mobile cavalry. I propose we replenish our forces with light cavalrymen. Mendev could offer us plenty. There are many lone paladins in Galarian, like Mu, who travel and help the needy. Shall we call them to our aid? Maybe. Cavalry is a crucial element of the army, one that's difficult to replace. Mendevian knights often sacrifice their defenses in favor of offensive power, and it is time to put an end to this wastefulness. All riders must be encased in heavy cuirass armor so as to avoid unnecessary losses. In my long and productive life, I've taken assignments involving knights, nomads, and other targets who enjoy prancing about on horses, and let me tell you, the hardest of those targets were hedge knights. They are true dogs of war who don't have a homeland, but what they do have is experience in a sharp blade. If you need cavalry, I say there are your guys. I want to hear your opinions. Tila. The gods have blessed them with strength, protected them against darkness and corruption. They spend their whole lives training and performing great deeds. Destroying evil is what they live for, and it's what they do better than any. Regil. There's a certain breed of fighter who thinks that the glory they win on the battlefield justifies any amount of risk. That may be acceptable for them, but it is not acceptable for their commanding officers. Wasting cavalry in dark and daring attacks only slaps the strength of our own army. We must see to it that all riders are equipped with the best armor, the kind that will provoke the highest chance of survival on the battlefield. I would also advise against recruiting any glory seekers or protectors of high ideals to serve as our cavalry. Sorry about that. I am apparently having little issues talking. I'll also advise against recruiting any glory seekers or protectors of high ideals to serve as our cavalry for the aforementioned reasons. The riders of Mendev aren't accustomed to fearing for their hides. Your demands, Regil, may lead them to believe that you don't trust them or, even worse, suspect them of cowardice. Greybord. I once had a contract to kill a highborn baron. A famed warrior never went anywhere without an escort, so I prepared an ambush for his entourage on a forest road in the dark. The screams of the baron went when he and his force fell into the spiked pit, and above him there was a slaughter going on. I showed myself, split open the head of the nearest guard, and darted into the bushes. They followed right into my traps. Crossbows, wooden stakes sticking out of the ground, all sorts of things. Arrows flying about, everyone shouting. And they made such a racket they scared themselves. They thought they'd been hit by a whole gang of assailants. In any case, the knights who served the baron himself of their oath got the jitters and bolts. Even his kin. But the two hedge knights he hired fought like the wild beasts. Those were worthy opponents indeed. It's simple. They know that if they don't win, they don't get a single coin. Hedge knights are seasoned folk. They've been around it. Dangerous too. They fight for victory and gold, not for honor or glory. They don't care if their tactics are cheap. If they can kill the enemy, they will. I doubt people you've described even have the right to call themselves knights. I'm not keen on fighting side by side with someone who sees the Crusades as a chance to make a fortune. Captain, light cavalry may be inferior to knights as far as equipment qualities goes, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Firstly, the lightness of the armor gives them maneuverability, and secondly, many noble offspring who have battle skills and a fast horse, but can't afford expensive armor will gladly answer our call, eager to earn glory with their feats, so long as they don't flee the battlefield first on those very same fast horses. They're lovers of glory and easy victory. The main stables provide weekly recruitment growth for paladins, cavalry capable of healing allies. All mounted scouts are promoted to paladin. I have mounted scouts? Is that what I've been building for the last... Oh. Let's get the paladins. Oh, actually, I think I want to take a look at something real quick. I'll look at the quick save. See my hedge. See what armies actually have mounted scouts, and I think my main army currently has mounted scouts. So we'll see about that. Oh, they are. Oh, good God, 229. I swear, if I don't get at least half of that in paladins, I'm gonna be very upset. I'm going to be very upset. Okay, there's that. Now, diplomacy. Commander, the capital needs you to take decisive action. There's been a major scandal, and the nation of Andoran, our diplomatic partner, has sent its army to help the crusade. However, this apparently generous gesture is nothing more than political provocation. The Andorans noticed that the emerging rapprochement between Mendev and Cheliax had been jeopardized. They wish to widen the divide between Nerusian and Egorian, and so they have deliberately sent their army to our territory without our approval. If Mendev accepts this help, it will cool our relations with Isker and their suzerain Cheliax. Okay. The Royal Council comment, that is to say, expects you to reject Andoran aid. Direct them toward Her Majesty's court. They are welcome to negotiate with the capital. Unfortunately, we can't disregard the decision made by Her Majesty and her council. But those Andorans didn't come here empty-handed. They brought weapons and supplies. Let them share those with us, since Nerusian forbids them from joining our army. Come now, Lady Konomi, all this suspicion. I am sure that the Andorians are driven by nothing more than benevolence and concern for our collective future. We simply must accept them like dear friends. We should send the Andorians back home instead of Nerusian, and declare as loudly as possible that we disapprove of their underhanded methods. Otherwise, our capital's diplomats will see it as an opportunity to strike a few deals and sweep the whole scandal under the rug. Jeez. Bunch of rudes. Wait, I thought oh, maybe that's a different group. And that's not right. Vile deeds should be exposed, not hidden. The whole deal is about them being Andorans. They should just stop being them. Take down the banners, call themselves mercenaries. Problem solved. What's the gist of this political conflict? Isger is a protectorate of Cheliax. Why am I having so hard with words? This has so many words. New words, different words, weirdly pronounced words. And Andoran and Cheliax have a long history of feuds. For Andorans, the highest values are freedom and quality, and for Cheliaxans, it's order and hierarchy. It's as if two countries were made to be at odds. The fact that they are both allied with Mendev doesn't stop them from settling scores at any opportunity. For the time being, Nerusian considers it more adventurous to cooperate with Egorian, the capital of Cheliax. No one is cutting the ties with Andoran. No, it's just that the relations have cooled somewhat. It's a common occurrence in the politicals of major powers. When you ruined the carefully devised deal with Isker, Cheliax's protectorate, and did not call for their help, you sent a message to Andoran. The alliance with Egorian is not as strong as before. Act now. As a result, they have restored provocation. Either Nerosian accepts their forces, thus aggravating Cheliax even further, or risk a diplomatic row. See what the council says. Soziel. I come from Andoran myself, and as Shelyn is my witness, I wish I could offer another solution. But we have sworn an oath to Her Majesty. If Nerosian doesn't wish to see Andoran troops in Dresden, we have no right to invite them. But no one can forbid us from accepting their help in the form of weapons and supplies. After all, this war is not just some political conflict. This is a battle for the fate of Galarian. Everyone is entitled to do their part. Okay, Darren. Are you sure we should accept Andoran's help? Does it become us to reject the aid of our valiant allies who are on their way here to share their burden of this holy war? I sense the sins of pride, envy, and, yes, a whiff of covetous, oh god. Why, coming from the direction of Nerison, but there can be no place for sin on a crusade. And don't forget about the sin of slander, Count. Enough tomfoolery. Your gesture, your jest will lead to diplomatic disaster. Perhaps, perhaps not. One thing I can say for sure, this was a bold move by Andoran. They are willing to invest much in this cause, our cause. I see no reason to refuse. I never was fond of Cheliax anyway. I don't like their practices or their wine. For once, I'm actually on Darren's side on this. Plan. Is it a good idea to rebuke those who send us troops? The longer I sit on this council, the harder it is for me to figure out which demons we're supposed to defeat. The ones on the front lines or the ones we're protecting? How can people think about plots and intrigues when the world hangs in the balance? People are greedy. I don't have much faith in the intrigue of Nerosian's bureaucrats, which is why I'm suggesting that we treat the Andorans in a way that will make it clear we won't stand for being used. If you want to help, then do it decently. If you want to scheme, just go home. It will discourage wily opportunists, but win the respect of those who value honesty and decency. The politicians may be at fault here, but what is the soldiers' crime? They are prepared to risk their lives to defend Galarian, and they're certainly not looking to gain anything from this war. Is it just to punish them for the actions of their leaders? With logic like that, we shouldn't be surprised when people start to judge us by deeds of Nerosian's bureaucracy. Bolgif? I know a guy or two with connections in merc circles. A bit creepy, but they keep their word. It'll take 5 minutes for them to turn an Andoran army into a mercenary company. They'll dig up some distinguished name of some currently retired group, fixia up the banners and the uniforms, and record the company's arrival in the books of the local mercenary guild. Even the fussiest clerk won't realize that they're not well-respected dogs of war, but a detachment of Andoran regulars, and just like that, under neutral banners, we've accepted our new friends into our army. Clever, eh? It's crooked, not clever. If a soldier doesn't care under which banners to fight, then they're not a soldier. Just your average cutthroat. If the Andorans agree to something like this, my respect for them will plummet. And it's not high as it is. Why would I refuse Andoran's help? Firstly, because it is the wish of the capital. And secondly, you do understand that this situation is larger and more complex than what you can see from Dresden. It would be inconvenient for us to quarrel with the Cheliax at the moment, and Andoran is pushing us to do exactly that. I can promise you that Mendev will compensate you for your losses. We are guided not by consideration on our own benefit, but the good of our army, and the entire crusade. No dice. When they give you something, you take it, especially freebies. Don't bother feeding us the garbage about compensating us later. The authorities do whatever it feels to police in time. What? Whatever that means. And then what? The people get nothing back. So Lon, 45 Rangers. Isker draining feat. An opponent damaged by this unit makes a fortitude saving throw. Failing at a saving throw applies a -2 penalty to ACing all saving throws. Oh, and then Social. Footman, Chapman, Shieldbearer, Spearman, Convex. Lady Kunomi. The capital will appreciate your willingness to toe the line. Rest assured, everything you've forfeited will be amply compensated by the treasury. With that, this meeting is adjourned. Okay. Now, my mounted scouts. Hold on. Okay, nothing new. I'm now gonna go ahead, leave. And I'm gonna hope that I have at least half. Okay. Hopefully I have approximately half what I had for mounted knights that I would have gotten for. Yeah, okay. So boop. Or I will be very upset. Really? 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 +7 per week. Yay. Oh boy. They gave me so few so few paladin. So few paladins. I'm surprised I'm still at an 8. Oh, really? That's it? Oh, God. Yeah, that was it. Okay, well, whatever. So much for a scouting party. Anyway. Oh boy. Oh. What do we got here? Trees. The fate of Chilroar's hide and tusks. Huh, okay. Oh boy, this is kind of unfortunate that this only gives me. I mean, we in all honesty, we could probably be doing this the entire time, which I don't really see any issues with that. I mean, if I can actually get the proper hang of this, I'd be okay. I mean, I think I'm getting a decent hang of this. Man, I need to get my leadership up. No, I need to get leadership up stat. Like, quickly. Jeez. Anyways, let's go ahead and have my forces start working their way to that upcoming army. By the way, oh, hello. Oh, hello. Good God. This is going to be an army to not trifle with. Like, not kidding. This is an army not to trifle with. And I'm gonna start getting my paladins up there, like, stat. I mean, stat. Still at an 8. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Could I also do a search? Oh, I can. Okay, do another search. Ugh. Ooh, church guards. Can actually start working on them. Awesome. All right, I can start getting more of them. Sooner or later, though, I am gonna try and get this army to have multiple units. Let me take a look at like the 10. What do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6. What about the higher ones than that? There's a 9. Holy crap, they have a lot of guys. There's a 10 right here. Jesus. This area down here, this area is going to be fun. I want to try and get into this damn area. So what I'm gonna go ahead and try and do is get myself over to here. So I actually kind of feel like I'm not gonna be able to get into here. So yeah, we'll stop you guys here. Prepare for that army coming in. One second, chat. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to. I'm not too particularly happy about it. But I just want to say thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Hope you had yourselves a fantastic time. Almost made it to the full 12 hours. But that's gonna have to be all for the day, guys, because apparently I got an issue to take care of. I'm not gonna get into. So thank you guys once again for coming out. If you're new to, we can pick this up tomorrow at 7 p.m. back to our normal schedule times, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 11, maybe 12, depending on how far we get into it. We'll see. But as for continuation, we're just gonna be playing this until we're done with it. We're not gonna be playing anything else until we're literally when we're done, and then we'll be jumping right into Tales of Arise afterwards, and then maybe at some point Encased, which will be another CRPG. Will be a CRPG. So yeah, a lot of stuff, because I don't want to just do like I said before, I don't want to just jump right into CRPG right after I get done with another CRPG, because these could take hours. I mean hours. I mean Tales of Arise could definitely take hours, but at least that one, it's a different variety. So there's that. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Zircon. I'm an everyday variety streamer. Currently, as you can see, having a blast in Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. If you are enjoying any of my streams, go ahead and press that follow button. Helps me out, helps you out, and letting you know when I go live. Excuse me. Hopefully, unless Twitch decides to go get a little twitchy. Could happen. A lot of times it does. But but if you do end up pressing that follow button, and if you miss any of the streams, don't worry. I have a YouTube channel where I post all my videos at least 24 hours after normally around midnight normally around midnight of the next day, which is essentially when I get done with the last stream. So if you wish to go ahead on over there, try and catch up with any of the videos. So with Pathfinder, I'd say good luck. There's a lot going on. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you had a fantastic time. And as always, stay active, chat, and stay connected. And once again, I apologize for ending the stream early. Hope to see you all next time. This is Zircon, signing out. Bye, y'all.